Welcome back to Amy Loses It. If you're new here, my name is Amy and I'm divorced, 51 years old, and a single lady on a journey to lose 180 pounds. I always like to start off with a quick summary of how my journey's gone so far. My last video covered through week 29 of my journey and shot 22 of either compounded trizepatide or name brand Zepbound. Now, I started at 304 pounds in January 1st and weighed in last week on July 19th at 281 pounds. I did have a 3-pound weight gain last week, and that was terribly disappointing. But fingers crossed, that was really just water retention from a very salty meal that I ate the night before the weigh in. So, on the standard check in stuff, I'm still taking 10 milligrams of Zepbound, and I'm still injecting the medication in either my left or right lower stomach. And I've had absolutely zero problems with the injection site. I'm not getting any type of reaction that I've seen other people reporting. Now, I did look into that a little bit, and there's some literature that suggests that the medication coming from different manufacturers may have different active ingredients. And that is usually what people are reacting to and not to the trizepatide itself. The article said that people's reactions may come and go as they use different batches of the medication from different manufacturers along the way. Now, we know name brand Zepbound is sold through Lilly, but not all of the medication is manufactured in one place. Lilly controls the manufacturing process, but not all of the medication has identical inactive ingredients. When I initially started this journey, I was getting compounded tirzepatide from Mochi, an online compounding pharmacy, but my endocrinologist asked me to switch to Zepbound because I was having so little results. I now purchase the individual vials direct from Lilly, and I spend about $500 per month for 4 shots. They come in 4 individual vials that I inject myself. Now, my insurance doesn't cover trizepatide in any form, under any name, or for any purpose. So I pay 100% out of pocket. And because of the discount I received through Lilly, I'm not allowed to apply that purchase to the deductible of my health plan. As far as the medication not being available on my drug plan, apparently Wegovy and Ozembic's manufacturer paid my insurance company a ton of money to have trizepatide, which is sold as Mounjaro and Zepbound, removed from my drug benefit plan. It was kind of a power move because Novo Nordisk, who manufactures the semaglutide that's sold in Wegovy and Ozembic, was struggling financially, and Lilly has been much more successful with trizepatide. As far as any other side effects right now, I'm not really having any, other than just the standard constipation that I've always gotten just from dieting alone. So I'm not really connecting that with Zepbound, and that's really easy to manage. I just make sure I take a daily magnesium citrate supplement. I have one by the name of Calm that I like to take, and I usually eat one fiber, one brownie. Now that seems to work the best for me, but it does take some time to get used to the fiber one bars. So don't give up on using them if they're causing uncomfortable reactions for the first couple of weeks. It does go away. So let's get to that weigh-in that you came here for. So as a recap, over the past 2 weigh-ins, I have lost 0 pounds and then gained 3 pounds. So I'm really hoping that I might have a compounded weight loss this week because I have been eating within my calorie deficit range to lose a total of 2.75 pounds since my scale stall. And I went over the numbers on this in my last video for shot 22. So if you want to check that out on my channel, that'll give you some insight. Now, I'm still using the new map to track my calories, and for last week, I averaged 1,455 calories per day. So it was a little over my 1,420 calorie per day limit by 35 calories. That adds up to an extra 245 calories for the whole week. But that little bit of overage should have absolutely no effect on the scale, and I should at least lose my 1.5 pounds from this week and possibly the 2.75 pounds from the past 2 weeks. So I'm really hoping to have at least a 4.25 pound weight loss when I step on the scale. On July 29th, I weighed in at 281 pounds and I took shot 23 on that day to start my 30th week of weight loss. At the end of the week on July 26th, I weighed in at 277 pounds. So I lost a total of 4 pounds, which is pretty amazing because I did lose nearly everything that I was behind on. But that dang scale, it gets me every time. I had been weighing in all week at 276 pounds until I got on the scale on Saturday morning and it said 277. I'm convinced my scale hates me at this point. Overall, that brings my weight loss to a total of 27 pounds. So now I'm 2 pounds over 50% of my way to my mini goal of losing 50 pounds before vacation in mid September. That leaves me 23 pounds and 7 weigh ins to go. I did make a point to make sure that I didn't miss any of my diuretic medication or any of my magnesium supplement this week, and I was really on point with my diet. So I'm really glad to see that I saw the results on the scale. Ultimately, though, I do need to start moving more. I really want to work on my non scale victory of being able to walk a 5K without sitting down or stopping. I also want to see if I can bulletproof my weight loss each week to ensure that I'm losing the 1.5 pounds because right now I'm only averaging 1 pound per week. I did a bunch of research and I ran a bunch of numbers, as I usually do, and I figured out that step count wise for me to walk a 5K, it's going to take right at 11,300 steps. So that is the target goal that I'm working up to. I did find a calculator that gave me this information based on my height, weight, and how fast I walk. So I'm expecting that I should be able to complete a 5K in 120 minutes and burn approximately 545 calories. Now, I'm only averaging about 1,000 steps a day because I'm making no effort, but I would like to make a permanent daily step count goal of 7,500 steps. Now, for me, that would be 2.06 miles or 3.32 kilometers, and that would burn approximately 363 calories a day. To the calculator, that equates to about 80 minutes of walking a day, which can be pretty doable even if I'm just walking around my apartment if I break it up into smaller chunks. As I mentioned last time, I really hate exercise. So this is going to be a mental battle for me, but I'll make sure that I film what I get up to and share it with you. Because I don't think people often get to see people exercising that don't really want to do it. But I can't ignore the health benefits that it will bring me, and I can no longer avoid it. The other big benefit to the step challenge is that adding an additional 363 calorie deficit per day could give me an extra 3/4 of a pound that I could expect to show up as a loss on the scale, which would be really great because I would love to lose 2 pounds per week. I think it would just make me feel like I'm getting so much further faster and make this journey not as big of a mental challenge as it has been because losing 1 pound per week is going to take an eternity to get off all of this 180 pounds. That's nearly 3.5 years of weight loss. Previously, I had dieted and lost 80 pounds in 8 months, but unfortunately, that was on an extremely calorie and carb restricted diet that I don't think is healthy for anyone. And of course, the moment I ended the diet, all of the weight just started packing right back on. Now that I'm finishing up the first 6 months of my journey, I think I've done an excellent job because I really have stuck to the diet plan, and that is 100% credited to the Zepbound. The reduction of food noise and the decrease in my appetite and the overall improvement of my mood and mental health has been amazing. I do not think I would be here recording this video today, and I wouldn't have the confidence or motivation to do this without the medication. Honestly, I was terrified to take it, and it took me at least a year to decide that I was finally going to do it. But I can't tell you how much of a game changer it has been for me. I'm excited to see how the weight loss drugs evolve in the next year or two, and fingers crossed, I won't need to continue to pay $500 out of my pocket every month for much longer. So stay tuned for my future weigh-in videos as I navigate this journey to lose the 180 pounds. I have a long way to go to lose the remaining 153 pounds, but I'm going to do this 1 week at a time, 1 pound at a time, and hopefully still have my sanity intact when I'm done. I really want to thank you for watching, and if you'd like to help my channel grow, don't be shy about hitting that like button. If you want to continue to see content like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And if you want to be notified every time I release a new video, hit that notification bell and turn your notifications on. If you're on a weight loss journey yourself, I wish you the most amazing success, and I'd love to hear your story and how you're doing. Just drop me a note in the comments below. Have a fabulous day, and I'll see you in the next video.